Trinidad and Tobago, like the rest of this region, the projections for climate change is that there's going to be a decrease in precipitation, in rainfall in particular. So the project fits in very, very nicely with, the expectations that going forward, water will become an increasing problem.
So really this all started with a class project. We were asked to write mock proposals for a real grant competition called Davis Projects for Peace.
Projects for Peace is an initiative funded by Catherine Davis that allows college students to conduct projects around the world that promote peace.
So our proposal was to create a rainwater harvesting system for the Fawns and Mons Community Reforestation Project.
So from growing up and having respect for the forest, coming to Potter's Bay and seeing the destruction of the hillside and destruction of the forest, it was like, this trend needs to stop, and today we can proudly boast and say, hey, we have planted over 65,000 seedlings, I was really thrilled to welcome the project. I was really, really happy to get the young people, coming to Fawns and Mons and choosing Fawns and Mons to do the rainwater, harvesting project.
Because the system that I installed is so accessible, it's actually on the main building. It can be used as an educational tool and a teaching aid for young children.
I just think it'll be amazing to use our system to open a discussion about the environment. I mean, Trinidad is the second largest producer of carbon emissions per capita in the world. And for that reason, Andrew and I really thought that it was important to bring our project to the country, because exposing that, especially to children at a young age, can really change how the younger generation sees the environment in the future.
It's really fantastic when our students here at Trinity College go to another country, another culture, and try and create projects that impact that culture. The relationship is so strong between Trinity College and the University of the West Indies that the University of the West Indies is building a house on their campus for Trinity College. And in addition, I would like to have a Caribbean Institute here on our campus, a Caribbean Center, such that we can continue our study of the Caribbean and Trinidad specifically.
So our rainwater harvesting system is composed of 4 parts: collection, filtration, storage, and some sort of outlet. In our model, rainwater falls onto the roof of the FACRP's Resource Center. The water then flows into gutters on either side of the roof, which connect before entering our filtration system, which we call the first flush. Water fills into the first flush and a ball rises to the top, blocking the dirty water and allowing clean water to flow into the tanks. These tanks connect to a tap, a drip irrigation system, and an electric pump to store water further up the hill.
As soon as I got to Trinidad, I met with Lakila, and we spoke about what she wanted to do.
To say, okay, the first week is land preparation.
We tried to push to start the mason work first, because we had to let the concrete set.
And we were just right on time. It was like, okay, yes, things happening. Week 1, by the time Cassia reached here, we had finished part 1.
At the moment, I work with NILS as a project consultant, doing training and installation of rainwater harvesting systems across what is considered to be water-scarce communities in Trinidad.
When we initially consulted with Diane, she brought up a problem with the systems in Trinidad, where somebody has to come and manually open the first flush to empty it.
Because the first flush is where the contaminated water stays, and if that contaminated water remains in there, there is a possibility that it can back up and go straight into the tank and contaminate the water in the tank.
So what we did was we added a slow release drip irrigation valve that releases the water over a period of time. That simple innovation that we did, that can have a really big impact on future projects. When we were working on the timeline, Akila suggested that we end with a sort of celebration that would act as a launch for the project. What she came up with on the spot was to be about celebrating water, celebrating life, and celebrating peace.
We had a wonderful poster showing our donors, showing the students, Trinity students, and showing Franzman.
And at the launch, we gave a presentation in front of members of the Fonzermans community connected to the FOCRP, to members of NEHRS and other environmentalists in Trinidad.
And then we walked them to the back where the system is installed.
And afterwards, we did the tree planting. For me, the event was the highlight of the project because it was the culmination of everything that we did.
We had accomplished so much more than I thought that we would. I mean, we had bought solar panels and a pump and installed a drip irrigation system, and we were just storing so much more water than we had originally planned. And everyone was just feeling really good about it. And it's really exciting to think about what kind of impact we can create in the future.